don't want to be the one coming down on them all the time, but also I know that what's our choices right now? I mean, we stopped looking at the Saturday map. We're just done.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of
Yeah.
as it is, you know. I think something that I've,
Excuse me.
you know, kind of like you said, that you upload something, that defeat, you know, and it kind of ties into what I hear a lot of people saying and struggling with is motivation. That motivation to get up and do, because, you know, typically you know your routine.
Like school.
Right, you wake up, you have breakfast or whatever it is, you get on the bus or parent, caregiver brings you to school, you do school all day, you come home, then you have your routine. Now all of that when they're home is gone.
We leave the house to rid of distractions.
That's good, yeah.
It works out. I mean, we don't do it on Fridays because having my 3-year-old is difficult, but it's what's been working for us. But I'm fortunate to have that, you know, and I thank you, Frank, and everybody else in my office, because today they probably saw me give the look of shh a lot.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's like, okay, well, you're my mom, and I can interrupt you when you're on the phone, or I can interrupt you when you're talking to somebody else, and I'm just like, no, you can't, actually, you know?
Right,
So it's hard, and I'm sure everybody is in the same type of situation. Perhaps circumstances are different, but is there anything that you're telling your families that you're working with that you're seeing this, and perhaps it's, do you hear that? You hear that? It's all stopped. There's a really loud buzzing. Okay. Sorry, everybody. But, you know, what are you telling some of your families that you're working with, like, when they start seeing some of the things that you've discussed?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the things that we try to instill is creating some sort of routine and some consistency, because, you know, we talk all the time, everything is so inconsistent. So what can you put in your day each day to keep it somewhat, so the kids know what to expect, you know? Because when they don't know what to expect, you see an increase in dysregulation, and, you know, everyone's anxiety is going. So creating some sort of routine throughout the day, if you're able to do that. And really encouraging the kids to not do their homework in their bedroom. You know, we always encourage, I encourage adult clients to not do their work in their room. You know, separate yourself. That's for sleeping or playing, you know, for the kids, and find somewhere else where you can do your homework so that you're not as easily distracted. And increasing some sort of motivation, because I see it from the ages of 5 all the way up to 18 right now in school, where they just don't, there's no motivation to get up and do the work because they can sleep in their bed, they can stay in bed, you know? So still expecting them to have a routine, you know, whether you draw it on the fridge or you have a piece of paper and they can follow it each day, I think at least creates that consistency each day for them, because they just thrive at school with it, you know, and trying to create some of the same stuff.
Yeah, and that's really hard, though, for parents that have kids in high school and they have the ability to go to work and leave them at home.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, and you don't actually, your kid can say, I was on class all day, and you actually don't know, and they may have
Until
been,
like a week, maybe 2 weeks later, when you get the call from the teacher, and you're like, oh.
yeah, and they're crumbled up on their bed in a ball, just, you know.
Yeah, and I see that from in middle and high school right now. I know something that someone does is they go with a friend to do their work. You know, like they actually leave their house, they're just neighbors, and they do their work together. Then at least they're kind of keeping each other accountable. But yeah, in high school, you know, it kind of does fall on the child of like, are you motivated to do it? You know, what's the consequence going to be if you don't? And really kind of having, if you're able to, you know, sit down with them and talk through that, because, you know, I'm sure a lot of seniors right now are struggling. They want to be able to have their last year and it be awesome, and now motivation is like 0 because it's.
And, you know, and teachers, you know, if teachers are probably our age, you know what I mean, they're probably not that technical.
Listen, I'm technical, and I'm not that technical with this. I mean,
I'm technical, but I'm technical in what I do every day. You
It's
know
a
what
lot
I
to
mean?
learn.
Like, there's not like, if somebody would put like this new, like, you know, this new platform on me, it would take me a minute. So, you know, most teachers are of a different generation. You know, they are paper and pencil. They are learned by a book. They are a textbook. You know, I think it was like my senior year when like you could use Yahoo, you know what I mean? And Google. Even my college years, my email was like
Yeah.
working with. I mean, my teachers didn't email me. You know what I mean? Like, we went to class. If you didn't go to
Right.
class, you missed your work.
Yeah.
So I think even the teachers are struggling with that motivation to get up without the audience. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm an extrovert, so I completely feel the energy of the people I'm around. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
yeah.
if I'm by myself, like, I'm way more calm. I can meditate. I can do. But if I'm around other people, I'm usually pretty good show. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Like vibing off of them. Yeah.
Right. You know, you pull from people.
Yeah.
You have fun, and I feel like teachers